Hey guys, welcome to your NFL Rumors Thursday video. We got some interesting news to go over with you today. Glad to have you with us. Make sure if you haven't had a chance that you are subscribed to us. Make sure that you come in, like the video, comment, tell us what you think. We definitely would appreciate that. Also, make sure you come over to our Twitter and make sure that you turned your notifications on. Make sure you're following us. We got a special giveaway there for you if you take a look at that in the pinned tweet. So, thank you guys for tuning in and be privileged to give your NFL news and rumors today. Some interesting news came out this morning. We all talked about, Tua talked about yesterday about he thought about retirement after last season with the injuries that he had. Tom Brady was asked about retirement, asked about Miami, and what came of that is Tom said that the question was asked about him potentially retiring and playing for the Miami Dolphins because he's actually with his kids in that area, and he's being with his kids, and that's an area that he really likes. And he said, I do have some friends on the Dolphins that I really like. He did not close the door. He did not say he was coming back, but he did not close the door either. A lot of people speculated that Tom Brady could still come back. And, who knows? I mean, you're talking about Miami would be the most prevalent. We all know that he would love to play for the San Francisco 49ers, his childhood team as well. So it'll be very interesting to see if Tom Brady decides to come back and go to a team like Miami and San Francisco. But he did say again, on potentially retiring and playing for the Miami Dolphins specifically. I do have some friends on the Dolphins that I really like. And I would imagine that he might bring his buddy Gronk with him too if he decides to come back. So that'll be interesting to watch. Tom being the highlight of draft week for sure. And remember, we only got 7 days left to the NFL draft. I'm getting excited, guys, getting excited. One of the things I want to talk to you about is the Raiders have been mentioned that they could trade up for CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud, a lot of things happened with him yesterday. Some Brady Quinn speculation that, he had some red flags because he didn't go to a mini camp. A lot of the players, especially Ryan Clark, shot that down. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. CJ Stroud, though, has a mutual interest to play with the Raiders, and they have an interest in him. Also, Alabama Bryce Young reportedly posted a 98 out of a 99 of a conjunction test, a test that is designed to show processing abilities. A lot of scouts have said and told us that the Panthers, if they draft him, he is set up for success there in Carolina. So that could be big for sure. Talking about Trey Lance again, Trey Lance in the middle of a lot of trade rumors right now. We know they like Brock Purdy as the eventual starter there. They have Sam Darnold until Brock Purdy could come back, or maybe they go get a Kirk Cousins. But 3 most likely NFL teams that could trade for the 49ers Trey Lance is the Titans, the Texans, and the Vikings. Texans will be an interesting one. DeMeco Ryans was there with Trey Lance. The Minnesota Vikings actually talked a lot about things there at the combine. And, they had the guy, Kirk Cousins, who reportedly Kyle Shanahan wanted to start this 49er organization with. So we'll see what happens there. The Eagles hired Matt Patricia today as a senior defensive assistant. So we'll have to see how that flies with Darius Slay, though. They was a little turmoil reported when he was in Detroit. So the Eagles are bringing Matt Patricia on, the former Patriots OC. So one of the other things that a lot of people draft and scout experts think that Bijan Robinson is the best player in the NFL draft. The Cowboys have not ruled out taking him the first round, as a lot of other teams as well, including like the Eagles, the Bills, many others. We got a tweet for you on this a little bit later. What Bijan Robinson said to teams that wanted to draft him. I got something for you on that a little later tonight. So we're going to reverse back to Brady Quinn here. But again, Brady Quinn says CJ Stroud was a no-show at a Manning camp, brought up red flags. A lot of players saying that's just not true. They really blasted Brady Quinn. So who knows on that one? We'd like to confirm that, story eventually and see what happens there. But very, very happy to see him get called out if he was misleading the truth there. The Patriots are visiting with Will Levis, the Kentucky quarterback. So interesting thing there. I mean, Mac Jones has been shopped around. Mac Jones has been talked about in a trade. Mac Jones or Trey Lance, both of them have been talked to about a trade. I think that's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Patrick Mahomes yesterday worked out with Zay Flowers. They had a throwing session at Zay Flowers' request. So Chiefs could be very interested in bringing in Zay Flowers from Boston College. The Cowboys' Dak Prescott said the team will be happy if Ezekiel Elliott comes back. So we'll see if they can get him back on a reduced salary. But we also hear that the Cowboys really like Bijan Robinson. So interesting stuff there. The Falcons are also is a team that's meeting with CJ Stroud. So that is some interesting news too. So we want to key into the top two headlines today. Top two headlines is that CJ Stroud has mutual interest in playing for the Raiders, and the Raiders have been mentioned that could go up and do a draft trade for him. But the biggest news, of course, Tom Brady trumps that, right? Tom Brady could possibly come out of retirement. He didn't say no for the Miami Dolphins. It could be a no. It could be a yes. As of now, that we'll go back to exactly what Tom said. He said, I'm potentially unretiring and playing for the Miami Dolphins. I do have some friends on the Dolphins that I really like. We'll let you take that and run with that. But it seems to me that he has not closed the door all the way. He's left a crack in the door. And the key is will we walk on through it. So thank you for joining us today for our NFL Rumors video. Again, we're so glad to have you each day. We really appreciate it. And thank you. Without you, it's not possible. And we hit 220,000 subscribers today, and we just want to thank you for everything, for commenting, the likes, the retweets. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful Thursday, and we will see you tomorrow. Oh, one thing I forgot. Don't forget our weekly podcast coming back right back at you tomorrow. Tanner Pfeiffer working on a special guest for you, so stay tuned. Have a good one, guys.